Hello, here is a mobility stretch workout that you can do for your full body when you're feeling a bit achy, if you want to just move, if you're on your rest day and you think want to do something. This is a nice slow controlled mobility workout just to get the body going. So lots of stretching, we're going to hold some poses and yeah, we're going to just start. So I'm going to just start kneeling down, sitting on the top of your feet. So sitting here, we're just going to stretch out the feet a bit, sitting nice and tall, and breathe. And I just want you to take your hands and just give wrists nice wrist circles. So think going one way, breathing, then we go the other way. So with our wrists especially, if you're doing weight bearing stuff or even just at keyboard, they can get really stiff, or if you're doing loads of push-ups or putting lots of pressure on them, this is really good to get them lubricated up. So now I just want you to put the inside of your wrist together and come towards your body and go around. So you should feel a nice gentle stretch. Whilst we're here, I just would come up and sit on your heels. So bring toes up, and this will just stretch out the feet a bit whilst we're doing this, or 2 for 1. So just breathing here, around, keep the shoulders nice and loose. Couple more wrist circles and then ending there. So just turning round onto your mat. I want you to go on all fours and we're going to do nice gentle cat-cow. So inhale. Let the belly drop, shoulder blades down the back, looking up to the sky. Exhale, reverse the motion. Tuck the tailbone and push away from the floor. You should feel a nice stretch in your upper body. So we're going to inhale, looking up. Exhale, reverse. Cores nice and tight, pushing away from the ground. Repeating this. Inhaling and exhaling. So just going to add on to this move. So we're going to inhale, carve a line up. When you exhale, I want you to roll through, push the arms back, bum to feet into a nice child's pose, and coming back up. Inhale, looking up to the sky. Exhale, so as if your body is a wave going back towards your feet, keeping the arms nice and straight. Inhaling up, looking up to the sky. And exhale, so we're just getting some spinal flexion here. Waking up the spine, nice mobility. And one more back. This time I'm going to add on. So we're going to inhale as we did before, looking up. And then tuck the toes, exhale, I want you to hips high, just peel up to a down dog. Legs go down, inhale, look up to the sky. Exhale, hips high, back into a down dog. And do 2 more. Up and through. Inhale, up to the sky, and exhale. Up to down dog. And then last one, roll through. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, roll through to down dog. Good. So just staying in down dog for a second. Just keeping knees, legs as straight as you can. Don't worry about having your feet on the ground. Just going to move forward a little bit. Just your heels on the ground, sorry. The aim here is to think hips nice and high. Pushing into your arms. And stay here for a couple of breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. If at any time you need to rest, just take your knees down and go into child's pose. On your next inhale, I want to float the right leg up. Just take the right foot up by the right hand and drop that left knee to the ground. So you're going to come up, chest high. I'm going to sink low into a nice low lunge. So the top of my left foot is on the ground. My right knee is still at a nice right angle. And if you want more from the stretch, just scooch the left leg back. And then on your next inhale, just sweep the arms forward, up and back. So you're opening up the shoulders. So inhale up, inhale forward, exhale back. Inhaling forwards, exhaling back. Should feel the shoulders open. Exhaling back, so my palms are facing each other, then they're facing out. Give me 2 more here. Inhale, exhale, last one. Inhale, reaching back, nice back bend. Plant the palms on either side of that foot, and I want you to lift, keep the hips nice and high, roll through and come onto your heel. You might want to scooch your leg a bit forwards to get a bit more of a stretch. So we're just stretching out the hamstrings here, and I want you to stay nice and high, to be up on those tiptoes, and think of pulling that right hip back into its socket whilst breathing. With every inhale, try to find some space, and with every exhale, try to relax in that space. What I mean is, on that inhale, really direct your attention and breath to your hamstrings, to the back of that right leg, and then exhale, try to relax into that leg a bit more. Good. Staying here. Just going to rock through that foot and come into that low lunge again. So plant the palms on either side of that hand, that foot, sorry. And I want, on the next inhale, take the right hand as if you're sliding it over your chest and open up to the sky. So nice low lunge with a twist. So breathing here, keep the neck nice and loose, looking up at your hand if that's okay with your neck. Inhales and exhales, just holding this. Nice easy twist. And if you want to advance this a bit, take the hand behind and just bring that foot up, so your left foot up, and then hold. So here you should feel, if you're up here with me, you should feel a stretch in that left quad, so the left front thigh. And if not, your arm is still up to the sky. Good. Releasing that there, nice and slowly. Hands back on the mat. We're just going to go into a pigeon stretch. So just scooch the right foot over towards the left leg and bring your right knee down. So the intention here is that that right shin is near parallel with the front of your mat. If it's not, don't worry, that's your mobility. So as long as you're feeling a stretch going up the side in your hips, the outer hip and the glute on that right leg, that's what we're going for. So I want you to stay up nice and high, left leg's going straight back, so have a look and make sure it's going straight back. Inhaling up here. Exhale, we're going to come down. So you can advance this by coming down onto your forearms. And we're going to try to avoid sinking into the right hip. We're going to try and stay nice and have straight hips and breathing here. Inhales, exhales, and you can come all the way down to the mat, forehead on the mat, and relax. Breathing, cores tight. And if for some reason pigeon stretch isn't good for you, I want you to go onto your back and give me a figure 4 stretch, which looks like this. So go onto your back, coming over foot over heel, foot over knee, and stretching like this. It's the same. It's very much a similar stretch, but sometimes pigeon isn't good for some people. Okay, so I'm back in pigeon, I'm back in pigeon. Okay, we're going to repeat that on the other side. So tuck the left leg. We're going to come back up into that down dog position. So hips high, heels down towards the floor, and we're going to breathe here for a couple of breaths. Inhaling, exhale, pushing up into your shoulders, keeping your core tight. Should feel really good. And again, if you need to rest, just drop down onto your knees and give me that child's pose. Okay, here we go. Left leg floats up. We're going to come through, stepping left foot by left hand, right knee goes down. We're going to come up into that low lunge. So breathing here second, checking your alignment, knees at that nice right angle, right leg's going back. Next inhale, want to reach forward, exhale, back, opening the arms. Inhaling forward, exhale, back. That's it. Inhaling forward, exhale, back. Just keep moving like that, syncing your movement with your breath. You should feel a really nice stretch in that right hip. Whew, feels good. Inhale forward, exhale back. Good. So we're just going to take hands onto the mat and then straighten that left leg up, so hips nice and high. Again, you might have to scooch that left foot forwards. And I want shoulders back, looking straight forwards. Imagine there's a piece of string or rope pulling your chest forwards whilst your left hip is going back. So you should feel it intensify a little bit more. And never worry about getting that head to your foot. We want to keep nice straight back. If you want more, think of melting the belly over your thigh. And just breathe here. Inhales and exhales. Good. Feeling a really nice stretch there. Don't know about you. So now we're going to plant that foot. We're going to go into a nice side angle stretch. I'm going to face away from you this time, but we want right hand down, and then we're going to twist left arm up to the sky and breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. And again, check that alignment. Check you're staying nice and low in those hips. Arm up to the sky, looking up. And if you want more, reach back, pick up that right foot, hold it with that left hand, and breathe. Try not to crunch the neck here. Inhaling, exhaling. If you're holding the foot with me, you feel a nice stretch in that quad, that front leg, front thigh, and breathe. Good. Release your foot slowly to the ground if you had it. I'm going to put the hands down on either side of that foot. I'm just going to walk that left foot over to the right leg. So we're going to go down into pigeon stretch on the other side. So coming up, remembering, intention is to get it to parallel. Mine is by no means parallel, so don't worry too much. You can hold your foot in place with your right hand if you're like, I really want to try and get this parallel. You can use a block or a cushion to keep your hip up, to keep it nice and steady as well. We're going to stay up nice and tall to begin with. Breathing here. Inhaling and exhaling. Core still supporting you, so not slumping down. Nice and tall and strong. And then you can come down onto your forearms. And again, if this isn't good for you, flip on your back and give me that figure 4 stretch on the other side. It might be fine on one side and not fine on the other side, so don't worry. The important thing is you're trying to relax in the stretch and you're trying to get what you want from this motion. Your body is going to do good, whichever variation you're taking, whether you're using a block or something to bolster you up, or you can go down to the ground as well, or if you're doing it on your back. So as long as you feel a stretch in your body, that's what's important. Good. Breathing. So we're going to come out of that nice and gently, plant the palms, tuck that right foot. We're going to go back into that nice down dog position. Hips high. You can pedal the legs a couple times. And I want you to think up with the hips, down through the heels, and hold. So breathing nice and gently. Just holding this for a few seconds. Inhaling and exhaling. On your next inhale, I want you to just slowly drop to your knees, and then slide down. So drop the hips onto the floor and come all the way down to the ground. So palms are by shoulders, hands are by shoulders, feet are on the ground, top of the feet are pushing into the ground. I'm going to inhale and just peel the head and shoulders off the mat, only looking forward. So nice baby cobra. So this is going to warm up and stretch that midsection of your back. Breathe here. Nice, sort of looking off your nose rather than craning your neck up. So there's a slight tilt in your head, if that makes sense. And lower down. Okay, we're going to go up, but we're going to go a bit higher. So inhale, peeling up, and coming up to a nice high cobra position. So chest is high, Arms are fairly straight. You should feel your lower back engaging, core still nice and tight. I'm swaying from side to side, nice easy sway. And breathe. You can look over the right shoulder at your right foot. And to center, and over to your left shoulder, and to center. And then just slowly lower all the way down. Tuck the toes again. I'm just going to go up and back into a child's pose. So nice, easy child's pose. And when we're here in this child's pose, I want you to hands nice, reaching forwards. Come, lift your hips up. So you're no longer on your hips. So we're going to do a puppy dog stretch. Stretching forwards, chest to the floor, and breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. So whilst we're here, we're just going to come up, back up into that down dog. So peel the feet up to the sky and breathe. So looking up towards your hands, I want you to step the right foot up and turn. So I'm going to turn towards you. So you're going to turn. So you're in a while. That wasn't very graceful. So you're going to turn. So I'm going to turn towards you. We're just going to turn to make the feet parallel. And we're like so, okay? So feet are parallel in a wide-legged position. So standing. So we're going to be here. We're going to breathe. I want you to peel the shoulders back and just think of bending the upper back backwards. Keep that length. And we're just going to fold over. Bums. Your pelvic bone, or sits bones, they call them, is going up towards the sky. We're going to hold here halfway, looking down. So you should be feeling a nice stretch in the backs of your legs. And I want you to then peel all the way down towards the ground. Don't worry how close you get. Your intention here is to keep that tilt towards the ceiling and just feeling any stretch. My mat is going crazy. Sorry, I'm gonna have to fix it in a second. So down towards the floor and relax. Hold elbows with opposite hands with opposite elbow, and just let gravity do its work. Every exhale, try to sink a little bit lower towards the floor. And every inhale, try to find some space. Good. Okay, on your next inhale, I want you to plant the hat to look up at me. If I can even see you guys. Here we go, looking up. We're just going to take left hand over to left leg, and then right hand's going to go over to the right leg. Hold anywhere along that leg. If you want to intensify this a little bit more, you can pull your body towards that leg and take the left hand twisting up towards the sky, looking up at your left hand. And again, this is just an advancement. If you're like, nope, that's not too much for me, I prefer being in center, holding my elbows, please do find your level and just relax. Try to relax a bit into the stretch. Good. Come through center, looking up. Hey. You're going to take right hand to right leg, left hand goes over, and again we are spinning up to the sky. And try not to, I know this sounds correct, try not to lock out your knees too much, because then you're going to feel a strain on the back of your legs. You want to keep all joints nice and easy and free and loose. Good. Coming back through. It's going to hands to waist and come back up to standing. Right. So you probably could have stepped your left foot that time. So I'm just fixing, and now I'm fixing my mat. You stand and breathe, stand and breathe. Okay. So we're going to do that again. So forward fold. This time we're going to interlace the hands behind the back. So interlace, holding, bring elbows together, chest high. I'm going to peel over again. So stopping halfway, looking up. Inhale here, exhale, sink all the way down to the ground. And then let the arms come up and over your head any amount, okay? Now my shoulders, I've been working a lot on trying to get my arms up. They were barely coming off my bum. And so I was like, right, I need to work on this. So if you do this pose, trust me, the shoulders will mobilize and you'll find more and more space every time you do it. So breathing, inhale, exhales, good. Staying here for a couple more breaths. Good. And you can hold a towel between the hands as well if that helps, to help get them over a bit further if interlacing is also too much. Good. Release the hands to the floor. Come up onto those tiptoe, fingertips, hands to waist, and slowly come to standing. Right, we're going to do some triangle pose now. So you're going to turn the left foot out, straight. I'm going to do quite a short triangle, so let's do short triangles today because we just did quite wide legs. So tick-tock the feet in a little bit, so not as wide as you were. So one foot's facing to the left, one foot is bisecting it straight forwards. So arms out. We're going to hinge the right hip back, slide your body forwards. So you could be okay here, or you can hang out here if you like. We're going to slide our hand down, think towards the inside of that ankle, and right arm is going straight up. So right arm is nice and straight, left arm is down towards the mat. And not sinking in, we want to keep the core nice and tight, looking either down at the floor or up at that hand. And again, slight bend in that front leg. Breathing. Good, and then I want you to inhale, exhale, just take that right arm over, straight over, pointing towards the front in the same direction as that left foot, and breathe. Try not to crunch the neck, we want lots of space between the arms and the shoulders. I think shoulder blades down the body. Good, and then up, reset. Okay, we're going to do the other side. Left foot forward, right foot out. Arms out at a T. We're going to bump that left hip back. So first we want a nice soft bend in that leg, that right leg. Bump that left hip back, slide everything forwards as if you're reaching forwards with that hand, and then spiraling that hand to the inside of that leg, anywhere along that leg. Left hand goes up, and again, pull that shoulder blade down and back, and breathing here. Feel a nice stretch going up that inner thigh. Great for the spine. Breathe here. Looking up at the hand. We're going to inhale. Exhale, arm comes over, reaching, both arms, one down, one over. Again, you can use a block or a book or anything to stabilize you here. If your hand isn't coming close to the ground at all, you can just grab something and hold it up. Bring the ground up to you. Make it work for you. Good. And come back up to standing. Right, I'm going to tick-tock the heels together a little bit. Knees in, knees in, heels in, toes out. We're going to sink down into a squat, nice low squat, okay? So you're going to sink nice and slowly down into a squat. So we're here. So don't worry if you're up here. You can have a chair to help stabilize you. We're just opening up the inner thighs. And also, don't worry if your heels are off the ground. This is all stuff we're going to work with. This is all, if you come back to this move over and over, you'll find your heels get closer and closer to the ground. So first, we want to put our elbows on the inside, get nice prayer hands, and just think of pushing the knees out and rocking from one side to the other, keeping that chest high and breathing. So you could be here with me, you could be on your toes, holding on to something. All fine options, Just listen to your body and listen to what it needs. Good. We're going to advance this a bit. We're going to take right hand down to the ground, left hand spirals up to the sky. So nice twist to the left. And breathe. Good. Left hand comes down, right hand goes up. So again, not crunching in the shoulder, shoulders nice and relaxed, arm up. Good, we're going to do one more each side. Down, turn up to face the hand, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale down, switch up, relaxed. I always wiggle my fingers, you don't have to do that, it's just a habit, I do little jazz hands and down, good. So a couple more seconds here. And we're going to take the hands behind the bum and gently sit down. Oh, you should feel those hips have been open today. Okay, we're not quite done yet. We're not quite done yet. So I want you to take the feet wider than hip distance apart. My hands are just behind, chest high. And I'm going to drop the knees to the left and then come up and over, drop the knees to the right. And when you drop the knees, so dropping the knees to the right, I'm pushing that left hip forwards. So windscreen, windshield, wipering the legs. How's that for a little tongue twister? So one side, twist, one side, twist. So another really good hip opener. Twisting one side, twisting to the other side. Couple more. To the right, twist. To the left, twist. And then to the right, and I want you to hold. So look down at your legs. They might be at almost 90 degrees. So the back leg, we want that at 90. The front leg, also want that at a nice 90 angle. If you can't get a 90, just get as close as you can. Don't worry, it's all about your mobility. Don't stress too much about it, okay? Okay, so then turn. So your right hand's on the right knee, left hand's on the right foot. So your body's turning. And I want you to peel over that right leg and then come up. So as if you're bowing down and come up. You should feel it, this stretching both hips at the same time. So whilst you're up, you might feel the stretch in this left hip, and then whilst you're down, nice long chest going forward, you should feel that in your right hip and the outer hip and the inner hip. So let's keep going like that. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. So bringing that chest towards that right shin. Good. Maybe two more. Up. Down. I know this leg is still active. You might be like, this leg is tired. It's because it's still stabilizing, and that's really good mobility. Up. Okay, let's roll the legs over. So keeping that windscreen wiper motion, you might find, pretty much in that 90 already. Perfect. So let's go. Hands on, right hands on left foot, left hands on left knee. Turn the body so you're in that same direction as your foot's pointing. So flex the foot so it's pointing towards the front of your mat. Inhale high, exhale peel over. Coming up and down. Just flowing through this motion. Up and down. And you might find one side is trickier than the other. I'm sweating doing this. This mobility is no joke, people. Down and up. And particularly if you have, especially if you're a runner or if you sit at a desk a lot, these hip openers are invaluable. And down and up. Good. Stopping there. We're going to roll through to center. With those feet together. Just going to shake that out a bit. So feet together, chest high. Just let the knees bounce up and down, shaking out the hips, butterfly stretch, I think this is called, bouncing them, let it all nice loosey-goosey, and just cross legs any way you like. Just going to stretch out the neck a bit. So I'm going to put hands on knees, going to just roll the neck down through one direction and down through the other. That's it, and repeat. So down, shoulders relaxed. Down, good. We'll do one more each side. Down, round, good. Down, round, coming back through center. It's going to take the right hand onto the left ear. So let it flop over the head. And just think, let gravity, so we're not pulling our head down, we're just letting gravity do its work, and we're stretching out the side of our neck. And take that left hand, if you want more, you can put it on the floor. If you want even more, you can have it out, think out and away from the body. Keeping the shoulder blade down. Breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Release. We're just going to go through, get the back of the neck. So I want to interlace the hand. Again, we're not pulling down, we're just using gravity. Think chin to chest. I want the hands on the back of the head and let everything hang down. So my chin is tucked and I'm letting gravity pull my head down. My shoulder blades are curved. It should feel nice on that back and the shoulders. Good. Releasing that, coming back up, come through the curtain of your ponytail. Left hand up and over towards that right ear. And then again, let gravity pull down. If you want less, just take the hand further up the head. If you want more, get more weight on it, basically. We're using the weight of our arm to just stretch out the side of our neck. And you can move, find a little bit of movement here. You might find certain parts feel better. And again, you can have arm out. That's also good. And breathe. Good. Releasing that there. Just give the neck a little bit of a roll. Just do one more stretch. We're going to take the right arm up and over. So, sorry, left hand down. Right arm is going to come up and over the body. So here I'm bending my left elbow towards the ground, so my forearm's down to give myself a bit more of a stretch. You can stay up here if that's enough, but just find arms further away, close together, find what feels good. And then I want to sweep round as if you're icing something or smearing something on the top, and then come back through. So there's a line in front, you're having a big old wipe of something. It's like, what's that? Wax on, wax off? It's like wax on, wax off, basically. But something a bit more exciting. And through, and back again. Through. And this time I'm going to go all the way around, plant the right hand, left hand's going to come up and over. Again, finding wherever you, whatever level you want for this stretch. So you can be here, up high, we can bring that forearm down. And breathe. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders, and here we go. We're going to smear forward and back. So I'm really reaching round to feel that engage my upper back, not crunching the neck when I go down, through, one more, all the way through, coming back through to seated, roll the shoulders back, breathe, and that's it. You made it to the end of your stretch and mobility workout. Amazing job. If at any point you're like, oh, I need to work on that part of my body a bit more, it's a bit niggly, then please pause or rewind and redo certain sections of it. But that was a really great job.